Well, it's certainly a great pleasure for my partner, Phil Proctor, and I to appear before concerned consumers because we've been suffering from consumption ourselves for a long time, being asked to cough up more money for less goods. I can see someone over there, and the reason we're wearing the plane into the performance tonight is that we're flying here from doing a gig at the Louie Room in Hawaii, and just as we left the ground, something about his childhood, I'm not sure what it is, the president, who was flying with us, asked that the plane slow down to 50 miles an hour in honor of the energy crisis. And it was embarrassing to see our shadow being raced by trawlers and then...
Yeah, all the way from Hawaii.
Yeah, so
3 days to get from Hawaii to here.
So the plane got smaller and our tempers got shorter, and we finally did suffer a soft landing at LAX airport.
I do what I like to do.
Oh yeah, Phil wants to satisfy a childhood dream and blow up a plane.
Kind of a consumer's dream.
He wants to blow up a plane. Go ahead. Okay, and now we're going to demonstrate for you the soft landing at LAX this morning. And nobody heard. That was really wonderful. Phil and I have certainly prime victims of the entertainment crisis that has swept this country for the last year. Nobody's laughing. And we tried to right that situation. We wrote the USIA, and they wrote us back and asked us to leave the country on tour.
Yes.
And so, being the hippies that we are, we left and started our tour in Morocco.
Yeah. We were able to fulfill some wonderful dreams there, like getting stoned in the streets.
So how does Phil achieve that? He runs around the bazaar in Marrakesh yelling, "Muhammad is a false prophet."
Well, he stoned us.
They certainly did, and they stoned us all the way to the Spanish border. It's the way they get their rocks off in Morocco. There we were. Heavy town. Stranded as we were. Yeah. We picked up with the last Bob Hopeless tour that was out there in the Far East. Far East, they yell out there.
That was really great. We started with Bob Hopeless at the Bum Hump Air Force Base, That's really a nice place. We played to a fantastic audience of about 10,000 GIs.
Yes, gook irregulars. Things have changed over there, and all of them got up in the middle of the night, put on their white pajamas, and came on down the well, it's white now, they're not afraid of being seen.
Right, that's right.
Came down the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Things have changed over there, and came to see Bob sing for the last time that great theme song.
The Yanks are a memory.
Oh, it was so great to hear it. And afterwards, one of them, a little guy named Loon Bin, came up and said that it was the first time that they had seen a big American fly in and bomb and look forward to it.
Then we moved on through some wonderful towns, Brittany.
Yeah, this is in Tie-Dye Land, which is right near Viet Ware.
Yeah, and we went to that border town.
Oh yeah, Ping
Hong.
Yes, the one that bounced back between the North
and the South
during the war. Well, the war is over, so we were able to cross over into the Rubber People's Republic of China. What an experience, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's just great.
Yeah, we were booked there for a short 5-year engagement at a fabulous new club. It's kind of a takeoff of the Playboy clubs, I guess. They call it the Peking Tom Room.
That's right.
And oh, yes, you heard of it. I know it. The president went there, I believe.
Didn't know what to do with his hands.
And we played there in this fabulous room. Of course, you see, there are some differences, as you may know, between the Chinese and the American version of the Playboy Club. The girls are not dressed as rabbits there because, of course, they're trying to control the population. And so the girls are all dressed as ducks.
Yes.
Mandarin ducks.
Yep. 10 million of them pressed in one room. It's just incredible.
Very appetizing.
The Chinese, just like the Americans, are suffering an entertainment crisis. It's true.
That's right. They consume entertainment at a phenomenal rate. We'd perform for an audience, and an hour later they'd be back for more.
Hungry, and their television is one of their problems.
They just eat it up. Yeah, the television, I explain to them why the television...
It all looks alike, and the reason the Chinese television all looks alike, I know that sounds like an old American prejudice, but it's true. The reason is that our nighttime prime TV is daytime over there, see?
Yeah.
So at night they watch soap operas and quiz shows.
Yeah.
And
Now,
the biggest quiz show there is...
The Price is Rice. It's an interesting quiz show in which a peasant dresses up in a costume, and the guy who was picked for the show this time was dressed as Uncle Sam, my little costume, and he was offered a bowl of rice. He could either eat the bowl of rice himself and let the communal village starve, or he could give the rice to the communal village and rise politically in the hierarchy.
It's a very interesting show. Very low ratings.
One good commentator deserves another.
The Chinese have been very affected by the American influence there, and you'll find, for example, now that they are changing their name from the Rubber People's Republic of China to the People's Republic of Plastic, because China is an old image, no longer can drop us and break us.
Right.
And so there's 1 billion plastic people over there ready to meet 200 million plastic people here, and it's going to be a real chance to get together.
Well, we're glad to be back, and of course when we come back to the United States, we always try to reorient ourselves. Well, in this case, since we come from China, we're trying to disorient ourselves. I know it's confusing, but remember, we've been on our heads for a long time. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, a
Snakes.
couple bozos deflating their shoes over there. Hong Kong. That's one of those. That's that small town where you get all those cheap suits right near China. Well, we're going to do what we always do when we try to get ourselves back together. We come home. We don't live in houses anymore in L.A., even though we own them. We've been on the road so long. We're living over at the Tropicana Motel, and it's more like home, more like the road. And
I'm staying actually at the Hyatt Hitler House.
That's true, right? I'm going to get the old televisoroo, and we can find out what's happening culturally in this.
Yeah, what we do is we come back and we lie down on the Vibra beds, put in a Canadian quarter because it lasts longer, We're going to turn on the old television set, and we try to lock into the American culture, of course, and really find out what's happening. Here's a splendid set that we got when we got back to Los Angeles. It's $600.
It's a Stony. It's a new Japanese version, and it's what you can get for $600 nowadays. I bought it from a guy on Hollywood Boulevard called Rocky Rakamoto. And he guaranteed the set for the life of the tube. And here's what I got. You want to plug me in? Let's see what's happening here.
Eyes, nose, nose, neck, stomach, stomach, neck, stomach, stomach, neck, stomach, thorax, stomach, hello. This is Bob McGrath of the UCLA Department of Personal Electricity. We're alive because you're alive. Keep sending those checks and money orders. And if you're too young to write a check or a money order, why don't you creep into your daddy's drawers? And there, next to his gun and white balloons, you'll find his wallet. Take out all the pictures of the dead presidents you can find and send them to us here at the UCLA Department of Personal Electricity so that we can say thank you and return you to Channel 85, whose fine-tuned programming is already in progress.
That's what we believe in here at Channel 85. Hi. I hope you are. I'm Fred Blam, Director of Watched and Unwashed Programming here at Channel 85, along with my co-owner, cooperator, and co-partner, Clark Cable.
Well, you look really great on the studio monitor, Fred, all crisp and green and blue.
Thank you, Clark. Why don't you come on out of that self-control room and expose yourself to all these fine people?
All right, I'll just put the old board on self-control and I'll be right out.
He's coming out right now.
Hello, everybody. I'm the reproducer here at 85, and it's my job to keep things looking real, even if we are on tape.
Are we?
Well, gee, I don't know. Even if we are on tape. I don't know, Fred. If I was at home watching, I could tell you.
But you're not. Are you?
Am I? Ow! Oh. Nope, we're live tonight.
Well, whether you're watching at home or whether you're not watching at all, you won't regret the charge you're getting for Channel 85, the best in UCLA's consumer-sponsored television.
That's right. This is consumer-sponsored, so you're not going to have to pay for all these classy production values over and over again by listening to those long, endless, rude, boring commercials like click.
Hi, friends, Ralph Sport Motors. The world's largest used nude and nude lewd automobile dealership. Ralph Sport Motors here in the city of emphysema.
Hi, friends. Frankie Fire Sale, sole owner and loaner of fire sale furniture. And ever since I learned of the terrible Holocaust at our warehouse, I thought of all the wonderful assurances that I could make my new customers. Click.
Let's just take a look at the extras on this beautiful, totally used automobile. Four-way sneeze-through wind vents. Edible, sponge-coated steering column. Chrome fender dents. And it's a beautiful two-tone model, friends. You can see the old paint job coming through the scratches on the side.
How about this partially destroyed cherry hardwood bedstead? Or this totally useless mouse hair box spring? A Jeep at the normal price of $189.50, now a steal at $1.25.
John's Dean's list says that this car was shredded, deep-sixed, impounded, and impeached. But for you, friends, it's a peach of a deal at only $5 billion to $100 million in easy monthly sentences of a year to life and nobody down.
So if you're a new student or an alien or a fugitive from justice, why don't you stop by and ask about our personal layaway plan? We lay you away personally until you pay or the police come, whichever is first. And don't forget the fire sale guarantee. I'll take your furniture away with the same tender loving care that I delivered it.
So, why pay more if you're not going to keep it anyway?
And what's a better way of paying less than buying secondhand factory rejects that don't fit? It's not the way that I live, but I don't mix business with pleasure. And it's been my pleasure
to give you the business.
This is Frank Firesale saying good morning. Thank you. Well, you're not going to be victimized by that kind of dribble here on Channel 85.
That's right. This is listener-supported television, and our only commitment is to communicate with you, the listening public, without fear of censorship or control from the government.
Right on, Fred. And you know, talking about our fearless programming, let's give these people a segment of it right now as we present the regularly scheduled Channel 85 Emergency News.
And now, Fearless Channel 85 presents Emergency News Leak.
Fred, I'm sorry. Fred, cut 30. I read in the Great Wall Street Journal this morning that the Supremist Court has laid down a stiff new obscenity ruling.
Come again?
You can't... You can't call it news leak anymore. We have to call it news wee-wee. I'm not responsible. I'm saying for that.
Oh, all right. And now, Fearless Channel 85 presents Emergency News Wee-Wee. For you the pee-people.
And now, Channel 85 will play for you one of those two secret telephone tapes that you know who refused to give to old eyebrows of the Senate and the American people. This telephone conversation was recorded on August 6th, or June 4th, or April 16th,
Or
38 Cunagunda. Ready? Play a cassette.
yes. Is that you, Mr. Dean?
Well, to the best of my recollection at this point in time, I can't remember a thing.
That's a good boy, Mr. Dean. Now, I want to make this perfectly unclear.
What's that, Mr. President?
I want to commend you for the fine job you've done in covering up the break-in at the water pipe. And I want you to raise another $100,000.
Oh, for what, sir?
So that you can pay off the water bill and the White House plumbers. And I can continue to give the American public a bath for 4 more years.
I got you, Mr. President.
Not yet, Mr. Dean.
Well, I think that should prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. Certainly proves to me that the President did not know what was happening at that time, doesn't know what's happening now, and probably will never get in on it. There are rumors rampant in Washington that about tape doctoring.
Yes, but the president's doctor was unavailable for comment.
That's true. And so, it looks like I'm losing my self-control, Fred. And keep our license, I think I'm going to get us back to the board. But before I do, I want to welcome all the new members of the Channel 85 audience and wish them all good reception. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And now, please, just sit back and relax as Channel 85 presents the first in its series of under 1 minute mixed mandatory public service announcements. And now, your local consumer council prevents Salute My Boots. Witty quips on authority, brought to you this week and every week by a former member of the former House of Representatives. And now, speaking on the pinch in your pocketbook, here is the once honorable Bosco Hearn.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. It is Bosco Hearn with a few pointers on money. Are you paying $18 million a day for a house without a toilet? You're not alone. I'm with you. Too loose change is the problem. No change in your pocket because values have changed. You shouldn't be surprised. The ancient geeks freed their slaves. We throw away light bulbs. Practically speaking, Mr. and Ms. America, you're not paying any more. You're getting less. Don't you remember, since the president's devaluation, what was 5 is 2. What was 2 is 1. And what was 1 is nothing. And now I'm going to repeat that again for those of you on drugs. What was 1 is nothing. This is the once honorable Bosco Hearn, happy to be working again for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And now, stay tuned for Channel 85's most talked-over talk show, The Johnny Show. Starring America's favorite ghost host, Johnny. Ha, ha, ha.
Way-oh. And tonight... and tonight, substituting for Johnny, who's back home substituting for himself, may we present America's favorite fly and sportscaster, Howard Hardsell. Don't be a coward. Listen to Howard. Thank you, Head. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Howard Hardsell here, and I've just returned from the Toyco Transistorized Super Bowl. Yes, saw some fine young Japanese machines down on that field. Saw the Sony Supersonics nip the Hitachi Dolphins 34-7, and it looked like the Dolphins' batteries were not included. For every sport there is a season, and now we turned our season eyes to America's own action-packed Mecco sports feature, Robo-Ball. And here, an all-pro Super Baller, now an author, Mr. Bobby Robbins. Bobby, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Well, I see for the first time the sports writers have you up this year for MPO.
Yeah, the most offensive player, I think it's Mock.
Well, and now you've written a book.
Yeah, that's right, Howie. I wrote a book with a guy who wrote it for me, and it's called Eat Dirt.
Eat Dirt? Now that's a tantalizing title. What's it about?
It's about $5.95. Let's see, with a currency change, that's $2.92. And I hope you can all scrape up a few pennies and buy a copy because it's written on the topic of ecology and survival. Mine.
Ecology. Now there's a subject we're all going to have to be interested with. What is it?
It's in a book here.
Sure
what
it
you're
is.
asking me. Let's see, there are lots of fascinating chapters. Cooking with cardboard. It's a good one. Living off your neighbor's lawn. How to sleep forever for $50 a day. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Ecology means echo. Echo. That's right. Everything bounces off from everything else.
Just like in Robo-Ball.
Yeah, that's right, Coward. As a matter of fact, that's how I first become interested in a topic, spending a lot of time as I did with my face in the Mother Earth under a pile of short, squat, sweaty, oily, heavy metal guys.
Yeah. Well, the audience is saying that since the game has become transistorized, it's now just a bunch of high-powered, overpaid robots bouncing each other around on that artificial turf.
Yeah, that's right. We all got to play on that tough lawn now, that slippery green plastic shit.
Oh, Bobby, TV or not TV, green plastic poopy.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, that's right. We all have to play on the green plastic poopy. You can break your mother-loving ass on that stuff, and I'm not going to play on it. I don't care what they tell me.
Bobby Robbins, a great player and a great author, and he's written Eat Dirt, and it's published by Holt, Shyster, and Rhinestone. And there's a pack of razor blades in every book for the old folks, and look, lots of pictures of dead animals for the kids. Well, thank you, Bobby. Bobby Robbins. He'll be back again, and again, and again, and again. And this is Howard Hardsell reminding you, it's not victory that counts. It's how you win the game. See you later.
And this is Fred R. Clark reminding you that Channel 85 is a proud member of SCAB, S-C-A-B, Self-Controlled Automated Broadcasters. That's right, this station is built, maintained, owned, and operated entirely by robots. Robots. Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties due to the energy. Please stand by. I'll be back in just a few. We are back now. As Channel 85 is proud to present its patriotic public service announcement from the Drug Abuse Council in your area. And now we present the last remaining member of that fabulous mainline pop singing group, the Pills Brothers. And here he is now, speaking on drugs, as usual.
pills, brothers. You know, the police forced me to tell you that there's good drugs and there's bad drugs. And there's times for using them and times for refusing them. Refusing drugs, hard, nasty drug. I mean, really, the real stuff. I mean, really getting down, refusing them bags of that really good stuff. You gotta times for refusing them. You got any drugs? Times for using them, and I'm gonna go backstage and start refusing some right now. You got any drugs?
You can receive more information and free samples by writing to the President's All-Night Drug Abuse Council of Washington, A.C. and D.C. Thank you. And you know, we here at Channel 85, well, we couldn't agree more with what he was trying to say.
Right on, Fred. We take drugs pretty seriously at our house, too.
I think it's obvious that everyone here is thinking about drugs right now.
Yes, but I think that the parents, of this young generation of drug speculators are a little concerned because, well, now that it's legalized, they face that headline. Someday they're going to have to walk out and face it in the Herald Exaggerator, and there it is, sitting right on their front stoop. Read it for them.
Pot legalized, city goes up in smoke.
Yes, well, see that may not terrify you, but that same headline in the afternoon edition read like this.
Bang-a-bang-a-gang-a-lang-a-rat-a-lat-a-puck 69. Just goes to show you that somebody was celebrating.
Typesetter, for sure.
Yeah, and I think this represents the fact that so many people are trying to abuse themselves or amuse themselves with drugs.
You're right, Fred. Kid next door, Emil, he was spending Mortification Day weekend with us just recently. We're over at my house popping breakfast, and he reached into his spacesuit that he's wearing now and pulled out one of those packs of government-grown Lucky Stones,
Lucky Stones green?
Yeah, pulled out one of those reefs and lit it up. He said to me,
just one of these number one Bonnaroo Jackson Dino quality gauge muggles. Every day for 100 years, you'd live to be an old man.
Gee, I didn't know you smoke, Fred.
Oh, yes, now that the state has declared it's legal, I like to take a troke every now and again. I like to smoke these little mongers right down the old tax stamp on the filter. This is an unusual one, though. This doesn't seem to have any tax stamp. And look at this filter, will you? It's just a rolled-up matchbook cover. It says, finish high school in outer space. What do you think of that, Clark? Clark!
Times for using up, times for... No.
There's no tax stamp on this muggle.
What?
Rupert, Rimmer.
Oh, that's not government reg stuff. That's some of my homegrown. I grew it over in Hawaii. Maui Wowie, man. Hey, shit. Yeah, smoking like this on public television, Fred, always reminds me what our mascot Smoking the Bear said. I'm lost in a dream.
The grass is always greener just before you light it. Help prevent forest fires. Swallow your roaches.
Well, thank you, Channel 85ers, and we'd like you to stay tuned as we go into the adult side of our programming here on Channel 85, as we hook up with the big eye in the sky and take you out beyond the 3-mile limit of your wildest sexplanations as we join the sweaty, swinging, salty, sensual circus of the 7 Seminole Seas. Let's get it all together now with Ain'tful Nitro's Cirque International! Woo!
Willkommen, Dinges, to the sexy man Circus Gesellschaft, Cirque International! Hey! Arr, and welcome aboard, mateys. Hey, hold it. No mating in the aisles, or you'll have to walk the gangbang plank. Hey! Hi there. And now, to introduce our next unnatural act here on Cirque International, may I introduce a former master bear bailer, a toilet trainer and cock teaser with the bumbling fathers and bumbling sister Circus. Here he is now, automatic Captain Kurz, Lowman.
Welcome aboard, Cirque International! Well, I hope you're enjoying the cheap novelty store humor so far. Cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
That's right. This is the place where deep throat ends and sore throat begins.
This is the place where the Zen Buddhist can catch the clap with one hand. Well, I think it's time to spotlight a little act that Randy and I found in Europe this summer. In fact, I think it's time to pick him out right now. Buster
And Louie,
the Flying Crab Brothers. Yes, after months of playing the European toilets, now you can catch them here.
watch out, as they leap hundreds of times their own height with nothing to catch them.
But you, steady Randy. The Flying Crab Brothers, give them a big hand. Another career crush on Cirque International. Well, it's time for a change of pace. And a change of pace here on CI. So let's go to ring number 1 and introduce you to number 1, that fool in any language. The first exiled ambassador of entertainment. Here, after a successful tour of Moscow and the Iron Curtain countries, let me introduce the man to sing his cross-cultural hit, the communist love song. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pinko Lee! Kakalina, kabaya, sakya, kabaya. Hey! Yeah, it's a wonderful John Lennon hit. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a thrill to be over here in old Moscow, performing atop the fabulous Comrade Hilton Hotel here downtown with a beautiful view of the Kremlin. And I tell you, working here in the new Plowboy Club is perhaps even a greater thrill. Yes, a sign of the new detente. I'm working tonight in the fabulous big deal room of the Pepsi-Cola Pavilion here. And I want to point out to you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm following such great stars as Tommy Dorsey and, of course, the very popular Red Fox. And I want to point out to you that you're sitting there and you're standing on not sawdust. That's not sawdust under your chairs and under the tables. That's good Midwest American grain. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. A gift from the US of A to the US of SR. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to sing a song for you that I wrote out of my experiences here after I'd thrown up a great deal in the Soviet Union. And to help me perform it, I'm going to use the services of a great Soviet artist, Yuri Yankov, a former member of the Iron Curtain Butterfly, and now with the Kingston Troika. Товарищи, он
to me. Friends, he is learning the English language, and he would like to say a few words to you in English. So, Yuri,
Go home and come in your blue jeans, Yankee prig.
Now I'd like to sing this song for you. It's a story of a girl I met named Lvov from the tiny Russian town of Lvov, and this is the story of our Lvov affair. The bell was ringing, it was dark. Ding, ding. The park was closing, still she held onto my arm. She was a pleasant girl, a peasant girl, and yes, she drove a tractor on a farm. And as the summer night began, and as the trolley sparked that ran on silver tracks in circles round and round the park, she held my hand, Manhattan hand, and whispered low her 5-year plan. Let's go ball in the ball betting plant, huh? Then we depart, oh Moscow memories, you haunt me still. Communist memories erode my will. The park was closed, the gates locked shut. We walked the streets, the massive empty streets, alone. Where are the secret police? Hi, Solzhenitsyn. And after walking all the night, I took her home, I kissed her once. We said goodbye. Goodbye. She had no phone. I can't talk to you now. Bingo, I've got no phone. Click. What? And now, so many years have passed, and here I sit on Wall Street and recall.
Move it, you commie prevert.
That in my younger days I kissed a communist, a red-haired Russian lass. Oh, Moscow memories, you haunt me still. Marxist memories destroy my will. Now the government has asked me please to sign my name to papers just to siphon off a little of my cash. Sign here to fight a war, elect a whore, close a park, or build an ark in haste, or buy the president some hash. Corned beef. And I can't do it. We just can't do it. For he remembers still those Moscow memories, sweet Soviet melodies, those commie kisses, destroy my will, sweet those Russian wings, those red-hot kisses, a distant from me, is proud to present Escaping from the Declining Fall of the Roaming Umpire. Chapter 13, Part 3, Series 4, Program 6, pages 137 to 102. As we join our program today, we find Senator Flatus Prologus nervously pacing the hall of the great cafeterium as he anxiously awaits the imminent entrance of the mad, debauched Emperor, Kali-Yuga. Listen carefully as we use 10 words where one would suffice. I am the Senator Flatus Prologus. And I am waiting for the Emperor or someone like him. For he comes here today to this auditorium to declare himself number 1 year. That makes the rest of us number 2. And that's the shits.
city of roaming, which grumbles like my guts with acid indecision.
And where's the chef? The chief? That candy butcher, Kali-Yuga? He's with his Dutch kitchen cabinet, preparing to tenderize the people's brains, playing underneath the table for rare and bloody steaks. And if we beef, he gives us the bird, that chicken, and we must eagle crow. It's a raw deal. Here comes the
Oh, hail Cayuga!
Hail Cayuga, hail Cayuga, hail and reign forever.
That is so long as you win the old gas bag. Big You're the only one of my so-called loyal senators who has seen it fit to cut me here today.
Well, perhaps the others don't know you well enough, Yugi. To know you is to loathe you.
Yes, I know they're loafers. Let them sleep.
Sleep, sleep. I've heard, dear Emperor, that as of late you had difficulty sleeping.
Yes, it's true. Yes, I spent the restless night. I staggered back and forth between the bedroomium and the bathroomium. Someone I ate at the orgy last night didn't agree with me.
That fish. Well, sir, I have heard it bruited about by the brutes in the streets and the people who wear fruit. That you, in this energy crisis, conduct yourself like a fuel, and they, poor lamb, must sing along.
Poor lambs indeed. Bah to them, I say. They should sing along. They need entertainment. They need bread and circuses. I'll take that bread and make them run in circles. I know what we'll do. We'll sing my song. It's number one.
Of course it's number one. He won't allow any others.
Come on, Flatto. Let's do the hun.
All right, we'll do the hun. No.
And it's I, and the three, and the I-I-B.
That's along with sitting on his hair with and roll. He's the hun.
I'm the hun.
He's number one.
I'm number one.
I said, come on, boys, let's hit the road to Rome. Who's the hun?
I'm the hun.
Who's number one?
I'm number one.
Do the hun is what the latest rages do. The hun.
Come on, hun.
It's from the Middle Ages. No other gas can touch it. No other holds a candle. I learned it from a Visigoth. You learned it from a Vandal. Do the hun. It's what the latest rages. Screw the hun. He's in his Middle Ages. No other bill will touch him. They'd rather use a candle. I learned that from my mother-in-law whose sister is... Well, I had to rewrite that song, Yugi. I mean, you wrote that schlager back in 50 BC.
What's the matter with the 50s? I love the 50s. I'm 50-50. That's because you're a schizophrenic. Who said that? How dare you speak to me that way? I'll speak to you any way I want to. I'm your half-brother. I don't have a brother. There, you say? You're a half-wit. No, only a quarter-wit. You're a dunce. No, half a dunce. Half a dunce? Don't mind if I do.
We're going to have this. This madman is splitting in two. We're going to have to stop him before he goes quad.
I say, this good-looking half-wit over here is one I have that idea. As a matter of fact, he's a man of some vision. He's told me how to get the people.
Get the people.
Get to the people.
Oh, you have a vision to get to the people, Yuga? Well, tell us your vision. Television.
I shall build a tower of power. What an eyeful! I love it. And I shall climb to the top, and there, high on Caesar's needle, get the point? I shall be seen and heard by everyone at once. One image, one voice, one emperor, one me,
And one is none.
What? Who gave me that poor reception?
Ah, your ex-chief advisor, Bob Handlejob.
You're just an egghead trying to scramble my vision.
Exactly. You poach the people's power, and there's no gold left to lay another egg.
You're cracked. Ha ha! And the yoke's on you. I lay anything I want. All hail Cayuga. May I reign forever and ever.
We're calling your reign, Chaco, on account of your game.
No. You toss a salad on Caesar?
Dinners of the Emperor. Pass the ketchup, Senator Heinz. Flying saucer.
What a mine? By the great God, Heinz, I bleed from 57 wounds. Get to Pluto. You lift your leg against me. My wives will never get this clean. I might as well be dead.
He's no fun. He fell right over.
And hold Rabbit. Wind him gently in his winding sheet. And carry him softly through the evening morning streets and up the slippery artificial steps of the paranoid hill. And there atop, put 3 false gold coins upon his eyes. Then lift him as high as you would like. Then dump the bastard over the cliff into the sewers he refused to repair. When I, Prolongus, am to the Senate to declare that at last the rich and the powerful can speak for all the people.
Thank you.
At this point in our programming, Channels 85 am proudly required to present your new natural anthem.
USA, can you see by the fast browning light what so swiftly we built while we still had the power? Freeways and fast cars, now their haze hides our stars. And how can stars breathe with their nose and eyes streaming? Oh, the pigs in our homes and the bugs in our phones gave proof to us that we're never alone. Oh, how can this country expect to survive in the land of the freeze and the home of the jive?
We have reached the end of our viewing cycle here at UCLA's Cable 85.
Our transmitters are located high above our heads.
All of us here at 85.
Clark Cable and me.
And us? Well, we hope you've been charged by our classy little viewing cycle.
And that you'll let us charge you again.
So, until then, this is Clark Cable.
And this is Fred Flynn.
And this is Peter Bergman.
And this is Philip Proctor.
Wishing you all
Good
reception.
And good night.
Are headed for classes. I know that they're translating President Eisenhower's speeches
The
into
labor
English.
class.
Labor class over there. There's an upper class over there. We're trying to get rid of you. Yeah. So it's really been fun playing before an educated English-speaking audience.
We were asked the question, what is reality? I'd like to say you're really asking two questions. What, which is a very difficult question. And there's a course on that lecture going on right now. And the second question, of course, is reality? And the answer is maybe.
Right. A couple of quick points of info. The Firesign Theatre's new album comes out in about a week. It's called The Tale of the Giant Rat of Sumatra.
Yes, it is a great adventure by the magnificent defective Hemlock Stones, one of the untold adventures by Sir Arthur Condon Daly. Yes. Also, the Firesign has just put together a touring show called Anytown USA, which we hopefully will be trying out on the East Coast, and we're saving the best performance for here.
Hopefully. And hopefully. Proctor and Bergman's going to be touring. We've got a new movie of our album, TV or Not TV, we just made, which is coming out. We've got a new album coming out called What This Country Needs, and that's a good question to ask anybody.
Now, we've been asking people all over this country what this country needs.
Some
And
weird answers.
yes.
Very weird.
Smoke some weird answers, too.
Yes. Tallahassee Two-Toke and Atlanta Grit. You know, Atlanta's the only town.
Wisconsin Green.
Atlanta, the air in Atlanta is so bad, it's the only town you don't have to order grits. And you get them anyway. It's true. Well, we'll tell you more about the next time we're back. I'd like to thank Corinne Goldblum for making it so pleasant for us to appear.
Oh, I'd also like to say special thanks to Philip George Proctor, who runs the hall. My namesake, who runs the hall, a doppelganger. Really remarkable. And he looks like me, too, as a matter of fact. He's going on tour with Bergman.
That's right. Bergman and Proctor, well, Phil's going to stay at home and just vibrate those sheep to death.
We would stay here forever, but we parked our battery-operated Ecomobile, or our Batmobile, in a getting loaded zone. We have to go out and move it.
Otherwise, those guys or gals that drive around in two-tone cars checking out other people's mistakes will be around, and the red light will start to flash, and we'll begin to hear that heinous old tune. Toad away, toad away, toad away.